Hello, I'm ArtMC and welcome to ArtMC. This is something that can only really be described as a cooperative art gallery that allows you to, once every 10 seconds, replace one of the hundreds of thousands of blocks in this world with a block of your choosing. This has a very strict 10-second cooldown timer, and as a result, if you want to get things done, you need to work a lot of time. A Belgian flag that is that size takes a lot less time than a Belgian flag this size, and a Belgian flag this size, well, let me just tell you, it's going to take you a while to make, and that is the beauty of this server. It will take you a while to make unless you have, say, a few people with you, and that's why I've decided to maybe, just maybe, invade this server with some of my subscribers to see exactly what happens to the blank canvas that is ArtMC. So over the next few days, let's see what we can maybe do to this server, or rather this epic server, as it is self-described by this weird Steve head thing, because it's pretty empty right now. We got one person to join. We got two people to join, so now I'm not all by myself. That's nice. I was secretly worried it would just be me trying to paint this entire canvas, which admittedly is one of the cool things. If you get here when no one else is on, you can work on beautiful art like Pokemon or this lovely picture of DJ and G in love with each other, or you can just make an Owo thing. Wait, is it Owo or is it Omo? I guess we'll never know. Maybe it's a 030. Also possible. Okay, this took 4 minutes and I didn't entirely finish it, but you get it. It's a Chad flag now. But okay, anyway, now I'm really curious to see what other people are actually working on, because you can see there's some weird Goomba over there, I'm gonna guess. There was someone called Goomba earlier, right? Oh, I think this must be a Union Jack, maybe? I did ask politely for a Union Jack, and I mean, they're not doing a good job, but it's a job. It's interesting just how slow, like, in 4 minutes, I made, like, half a Chad flag, but to do anything else, you gotta, like, really consider every single block placement. I would like to mention that I'm seriously offended that somehow before any British flag could be completed, someone made this little French one over here. I am shocked, disappointed, and you know what? Even more than any of those things, I'm going to make a change. I'm going to be the change that I want to see in the world. I'm going to find some yellow concrete, which I am not very good at. And I'm going to do the thing that any sane person would do, and I'm going to change this French flag into a Chad flag. Because I simp for Chad. That is the only fact we're learning from this experience. But yeah, it's interesting to see how, because it's so hard to work on anything of any real scale by yourself, you have to get a lot of people together, like how these three people work in, you know, Orphan Slayer and Second Merrick working together to make a British flag. It's grand, it's beautiful, am I right? Which is interesting because most art is obviously a very solo experience. Most Minecraft, I would even argue, when you're playing in creative, is mostly a solo experience. And, you know, like, when all you can do in solo is make this over the span of 10 minutes or something, it makes sense that if you want to make a big flag like this, you gotta work on it together. Also, who started this and why? I'm still so curious. Why do they want a Chad flag? Like, I agree with their general demand, but I'm also very confused. Oh, I think I've gone into a fight over this French flag. Took out why? Look, I'm making a Chad flag, and you can't stop me, okay? You know what they say, right? The sun never sets on the Chadian flag. They don't say that. They should start saying that, honestly. There's a lot of cooperation. No one's even done anything horrifically rude, which I don't know if that's even against the rules. Wait, I'm gonna sneak in right here because he's gotta wait 10 seconds each time. And I'm gonna change the eyes to red to make him bloodshot without Grumpy Goomba noticing, I hope. Oh, he literally is a Goomba in a costume. That's cute. That's very cute. So I'm gonna turn his Goomba to be like a demonic bloodshot one. Oh no, it just looks like a high Goomba now. It looks like he's had one joint too many, which is not the intent we were going for there. Oh no, the guy went back and he changed my Chad flag back to a French one. What a monster. No, no, bad. Okay, I think I have a sneaky solution here. If we use beds... Okay, that's not a sneaky solution. I'm properly engaged in a little war here about whether this is a French or a Chad flag. And I'm just saying, it's no virgin French flag. It's the Chad flag. Thank you very much. I think I might have found the first inappropriate thing on the server. Or maybe I'm just bad with vision, but something looks like it's dodgy going on here, I reckon. Do you see that in chat? The entire map is a French flag. I'm just gonna sneak back in real quick and maybe change the French flag to a Chad flag while no one's looking. Oh no, I think he's noticed. I think he's... I love this. If you're engaged in a turn-one war, you can always win. You can always start to change the tide of battles. And you can always start to have yourself a nice Chad flag. If that's what you believe in, then that can happen. I did it. The Chad flag is back. And no one can stop that. Oh yeah, look at this beauty. Oh, mwah. Okay, I've got to admit, actually, this is really darn cool. But I can't resist. I need to know. I need to know my soul. What would it look like if I was red instead of white eyes? You know, I like heterochroma Toy Cat. This is Toy Cat after maybe he's gone a little bit too high in the sky, you could say. So as well as that Toy Cat, we also have this much cuter little adorable one over here. You know how YouTubers love to do time lapses when they're building these really complex builds? Today I'm going to do a time lapse for the most important thing you can ever possibly imagine. And watch this beauty unfurl over... This is going to be like half an hour, so I'm going to go get a snack and see what I come back to. Okay, I legitimately left for half an hour, went for a run, ate some breakfast, played some Minecraft, and when I got back, we're still on this level. This is how long it takes to make a Chadian flag. I'm going to help out just a little bit, my one block for the next 10 seconds, and then we're going to see what else has been done in my breakfast, run, and Minecraft time. Because I see something that says left shing, left shine, left-fishing. Oh, it's probably a username. I thought it was some weird political statement. I see a zombie piglin, hoglin thing, maybe, question mark. I see a lovely British flag. Our existing British flag seems to have turned into a Australian flag, maybe New Zealand one. It's hard to tell right now. And everything else around here is growing exponentially. People are making lovely builds of all different types. Some are just Toy Cat is. What is Toy Cat? We'll never know. Some are things like Toy Cat is yes. Oh, I guess I'm yes. I guess we found that out now. And some are things like, oh, this is going to be like an English flag around the Toy Cat. That is beautiful. We got some... we got some beautiful things going on in just the first half an hour here, actually. And I guess I'm pretty happy with that. Okay, something I really am excited about is this. I mean, we can all see where this is going, and we all know it's a good place. So... I look forward to coming back and witnessing what's changed. I thought at the end of this we'd have an IBX Toy Cat face, but all we have instead is that monstrosity. Why? Why? I think the map is starting to become undone, by the way. I mean, all I'm saying is wear a mask, Karen, am I right? Okay, so I thought the server moved slow, but then I went out just for a few hours, and what I came back to is this. The entire canvas has been covered in drawings, some of which are a little over the top, some of which are fun little references, like here's a dancing apple saying Toy Cat is yes, here's a communism hammer, here is the Let's Play house, I love this more than anything else, like, it's a 2D version of the Let's Play house, next to the cave update, and some things... Oh my... Oh, okay, you know, I take it back. This is the best thing anyone's ever done on this server. Jeez, this is impressive. Maybe depressive, but definitely impressive. This is so beautiful to look at. It looks like one of those things where everyone does like one square in a quilt or something, but like a Minecraft version, and there's surprisingly little like awful profanity or whatever. Like, I mean, there's a bug playing a saxophone over there, and there's a Canadian flag, which is basically profanity when compared to the British flag. Otherwise, it's a pretty nice little server. You know what? I'm going to believe that it's going to stay this way forever. What a lovely little art project inside of Minecraft. Or, if you will, an ArtMC.net. I don't know how to play So a full 24 hours after we've begun, we not only have this beautiful, painstakingly, like seriously painstakingly crafted toy cat right here, which as you can see is giant and really just is the centerpiece of the entire thing. But you can see around that, people have been creative in all sorts of other ways too. You might have seen some of them just yesterday, but right now you can see there is a serious amount of just small projects where a guy was just like, you know, I want to write the word egg, or I want to make a Pokeball, or a picture of Toy Cat's face, or, you know, whatever else it may be. There's so many individual patchworks, and at this point, pretty much the entire canvas is being used by one of those things. Sometimes it's just Philips, because they really love the electronics and or screwdriver company. Sometimes it's someone building their Minecraft skin. Sometimes it's something a little less savory, like this is an orphanage over here, and then the orphanage slayer gang has lit it on fire. I mean, again, it's beautiful, but I also question why. Honestly, I question why a lot for a lot of these things. It's a really interesting thing just to stare at, and I'm going to be really curious to see how this ends up at the very end of it, because some people have quotes, some people have drawings. At some point now, these things have to be overwritten. Like, if you want to draw something new here, there are small spaces you can go in, but if you want to make even a medium-sized thing, you have to overwrite something else, and that will be curious. What things do people love enough not to remove, or rather, what things do people hate so much they want to remove, and what things get, like, left down by the wayside? I am intently curious, and I guess we're going to find that out, aren't we? Although something I have been pretty impressed by is the lack of really offensive things. Like, you can see there's an Israel flag next to a Palestine flag there. You can see how someone was clearly trying to write something, you know, maybe a bit wrong that starts with Hitler. I wonder what word would start with Hitler. I literally can't work it out. Could be anything. Maybe that was vaguely offensive, but it's been overwritten, or they got bored. I'm not sure which one is true. The other maybe most offensive thing is like that over here somewhere it says hashtag no lives matter. Like, I mean, besides that though, we've got pretty much nothing that's even remotely offensive. Actually, you know, I'm gonna take that back. We have some we have some funny things, but nothing that's just like, oh yeah, it's funny because it's offensive, which is impressive, right? I was about to get really mad and say this is the most offensive thing on the server, but they did get the angle brackets the right way around. That country is indeed less than that country. I'm so glad the Chad flags have stayed all over the map where they've been put in. People love the Chad flags. That's the only way we can take this. Wait a minute, this isn't a Chad flag. Someone messed up. But here's an example for like a build that just got overwritten by someone making a giant ladder or something. I'm not entirely certain. The stone Goomba also turned a bit more stone, and there's a giant F. Okay, the moment of truth is here. I left it another 24 hours just for good posterity, and now we get to look at the server, which says send nudes, but like noodles when you get in here, which everyone should be sending noodles to each other in these trying times, am I right? But now the question is, what else has been done around here? There is this lovely Minecraft sign that is a bit too long and says discord.gg/toycat. I like that there was clearly something above it because you can see the last text of that, but we just removed that and we can pretend it's just discord.gg/toycat. Good job, the Discord, I guess. We can also pretend that whatever this is intentional. Oh, this is a really bad version of Toycat, I think. oh my god, what is this trying to be? Let alone what it is. I think you're seeing what I meant earlier when I said that builds would have to overwrite other ones. As you can see, the stoned Goomba has become toned Oomba because Osu had to overwrite it. You can see how some of the things that were there super early on, like, I don't know, the Chad flag is gone. I think it's a Netherlands flag now. Or maybe it's this and it's gone back to Belgium. You can see how so many things that were there early that weren't perfect were just overwritten because someone needed space and they had to overwrite something. But do you know what didn't get overwritten? Do you know what is perfectly still intact? That's right, it's your boy IBX Toy Cat. And my god, is this beautiful. It's so big and beautiful, we can't display it in one screen very easily. Oh, it's because we were playing the earlier version of Minecraft for the video about the beta. I think we can just turn that up. And oh, look at that. There we go. Now we can see things again. Actually, should we just look at the whole canvas at once, now that we have the render distance to do so? Let's see the entire canvas that belongs to this little Toy Cat community. As you can see, it's been entirely taken over. What could we collectively build? I guess we also have to remove clouds. That's a good idea too. Okay, there is a lot to unpack here, but let's work through it bit by bit, shall we? Bear in mind, every individual block had to be placed one at a time every 10 seconds. There are hundreds of thousands of blocks here, and to place 6 blocks takes a minute. To place just 360 blocks, that's enough to make like a 20 by 20 grid, almost, by the way, would take an hour. And then bear in mind the things that were built by over much more time spans than that, much larger time spans, as you look at this list. I love all that's going on in that top left corner. We finally removed that awful graffiti. The top right is maybe concerning, to say the least, but we'll kind of slide past that. And then we can say that the left side, cave updated. Sure. Some Soviet banners mixed with the US flag. I mean, I think we just solved the Cold War over there. You can also see how we've got a lovely IBX Toycat house one more time. You can see I've got more, Discord stuff. We've got the Yeremy's Void. What even, I can't even begin to think what that is. We've got Pig Lips, which is, that's a creative way to overwrite that one. We've got Pig Erica. We've got sub to Toycat and sub to Toyota, sorry, not Toycat. On the right side here, you can see how we've got a lovely UK outline over there with a tiny Toycat at the top. I kind of like that tiny Toycat more than I like this big Toycat, if I'm being entirely honest. We've got ONG Live the Seps. We've got Stop Cloning, Blast the Clankers. I don't know what so much of this is going on right here, but impressively enough, the thing from the very beginning, DJ and G, is still in existence. You can see how there's a Microsoft logo of a part of Mr. DJ himself. But yeah, the president of China and the president of the US are still in love with each other right underneath Toycat, because why not? Also, Toycat equals yes and watermelon. Finally, in this bottom left corner, you can see how there's a... Phillips has become Pig Lips, because of course it has. You can see how there's Yeremy's Void, a bunch more flags. We've got Gary Come Home. All animals are equals, but some animals are more equal than others. The Orphanage Slayer gang is just too good to get rid of. And then finally, a lot of Toycat is yeses, a lot of Toycat logos, some of which are better than others, perhaps you could say, looking at this. And then we finish up in the bottom right by going with Big Line, which lasted. Wear a mask, Toycat. Actually, I only just spotted that right now. Someone went through a lot of effort for this very moment to remind me to wear a mask. And I do. When I go on public transport, I hop on my mask. Actually, wait, I think it's in public now. I'm not going to talk about mask policy in my country, but I will wear a mask just for this one Minecraft player right here. And you know what else I'll do for this one Minecraft player? I'll look at this art that we made together, and I'll keep it commemorated forever in this video. If you want to play on the server itself, I don't know how long this thing will exist for. It's a weird offshoot project of the whole ArtMC thing, and I was invited to come along, and it happens when I'm invited to come along places. Sometimes I do precisely that. And yeah, I had an enjoyable time looking at this. I had an enjoyable time playing around with it in the start. It just blows my mind at the sheer effort going on right here, mostly by people intending to do well. I think when it takes this much effort to do griefing, again, I can't, the most grief I can see is maybe Pig Lips, but that's funny in my opinion. Maybe that weird version of Toycat with a dog face in the top right, you could say is bad, or I don't know, the Israel and the Palestine. There's always something that someone might see as bad, but there's nothing that's objectively griefing in my opinion. I don't see anything that is objectively awful here, besides when someone else had a Discord thing that was replaced by discord.gg/Toycat. I think that is the closest thing I can say. Or maybe someone saying sub to Zeemster. I don't know who Zeemster is, but you know what? You should subs to him. But before you sub to Toyota, of course. My favorite car YouTube channel. But yeah, you can see how, for the most part, things are pretty good and okay here. Pretty well done, because when you require this much effort from people, you seem to get good results. I say that at real risk of having this be ruined one day. But yeah, I would love to see what happens in the future when more players get on this, because I obviously was just doing a small little test. I tweeted it and I put it on the old Discord server, so follow me at IBX Toycat to see server links like this. But yeah, basically I feel like, maybe after the video comes out, some people will be more curious. Maybe this lasts for a while, maybe it doesn't, maybe this is a mess. I don't know for sure until obviously I don't know for sure until we see how that goes. And if you'd like to see more videos where people slowly build some impressive art, let me know in those comments down below. For now though, this has been a weird experiment, which I hope you've enjoyed, because I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.